We are
So,
recording.
hey, you want to take off?
Yes.
Over.
First of all, a very warm welcome to everyone. Welcome, guys. Thank you for being here. Now you go off. I took off.
Well, welcome everybody. Like Isha said, welcome everyone, and thank you for being here. Truly, thank you for being here in the midst of all this turmoil and all these reasons to not be happy and all these reasons to be curled up in bed with the blankets on your head saying, my life sucks. You're going to be dead. Everything's going to be finished. All businesses are going to be over. Economy is going to be miserable. The markets are going to crash. In spite of all of that, if you're still choosing to be here, guess what? You probably believe in possibilities.
So everything that brought up, can we destroy night?
Yes, please.
Good, bad, cotton ball, online shots, boys and beyonds.
Yeah. It's like at a time like this where not just India or not just a part of Europe or a part of America is going crazy. The entire world is going crazy, guys. The entire world. It's like if you watch news and if you are on it by listening to and reading all the papers, we will know the number of people who have already died, who have already succumbed to coronavirus, which is supposed to be so much greater than any one of us, which is supposed to be so much greater than all of us put together, that we are all willing to be so fearful of it, that we are feeding it all the energy that has it growing. Or maybe not. Maybe we are not that powerful, right, Isha?
No.
And that's actually what I would really like to start with about feeding energy. It's like when we feed energy to anything, guys, whatever points of views we have around anything, and if you're feeding energy to it with the points of views that we have, that's going to grow. That is going to grow. In other words, you can change anything in your lives by changing your points of views. And that doesn't...
And like we always say, if you want to change anything in the world, you have to start with changing it from with yourself.
Yeah.
If you want coronavirus in the world to change, you have to be willing to change your point of view around it for it to change in the world.
Yeah. And that doesn't mean that we go out and step into the world and go and, go out and say, okay, I'm more powerful than coronavirus. I don't care if I meet people and I don't care if I wash my hands. That's really choosing from a space of stupidity. It's actually about being aware of what is required, yet knowing that you have choice even to die.
Is this a how to become money workbook call or a coronavirus?
I wonder. It's like...
Just 1 second. Can you remind me which call we've hopped on to?
I wonder. Remind me, were we to talk about money?
Or the virus? What do I will talk about?
Oh, yeah. It's strange how everything's interlinked, right? Everything is kind of that sliminess where everything's linked and you try and separate from the sliminess. You try and separate the thick stones from the small stones, the rough ones from the soft ones, but it's all one. And that's what we create in our life. With all the points of views that we have around our life, around what we're choosing and around what we are not choosing. All the points of views that we have that has us creating the reality that we are choosing, can we please destroy and uncreate that?
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, online shots, poets and beyonds. Also just talking a little about this whole topic. It's not that, oh, it doesn't exist and turn a blind eye towards it. It's not that. It's a willingness to look at it, but it's also a willingness not to give into the panic, not to give into the catastrophe, the chaos, not for creation, but the chaos for destruction that is going on. How much humor and how much lightness are we all willing to be in this time of total panic? And everything that doesn't allow that, can we destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, online shorts, boys and beyond. It's also just a willingness to ask a question. If I step out, what will that create? If I choose to stay in, what will that create? Just be willing to ask a question and pot and pock your distractor implants and have fun.
Yeah, the distractor implants, right? It's like a big one. It's like whatever you fear, you're giving it control over you. So if
Yes.
you're giving coronavirus, if you fear coronavirus, guess who is now in control? If you're
Also,
giving, yeah, go ahead.
sorry, no, go ahead.
So if you're also giving energy to, and if you have fear of never having enough money, never having the money that you would like to create, guess what you're going to create? Any guesses? Anyone going for guessing what that's going to create? It's a really difficult one. Get your pens and papers out, start with the equations and get the right answers. Maybe it's not that tough, right? Yeah, we all know it. It's just going to create exactly that because your points of views create your reality.
Reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was a call that Gary did on coronavirus. If you have not heard that, please hear it. And I guess you'll get more direction towards it. And you can take it from there, I guess, about
Yes.
coronavirus.
Yes.
Now moving forward to the How to Become Money workbook.
And what if not having money is also a virus? Like just saying.
Oh my gosh.
Just saying. I seem to be stuck on coronavirus. I wonder what coronavirus is contributing here to us. Probably it's the same energy. Or what you fear creates your reality. Your points of views create your reality. And how much of fear of not having money, how much fear of all your money finishing, how much fear of never having enough is what you're choosing to create no money in your reality. Everything that is times a godzillion, will you all destroy and uncreate that? Right and wrong, good and bad, fun, mark, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So you see how our tone just became so formal, so heavy, so serious, because we're now going to talk about money. Like money, you got to be serious. No laughing, no lightness. Because that is this reality around money, right? You got to know you got to be an accountant. You got to sit with an accountant. You got to sit with somebody who knows money because you don't know money. What do you know about money? You didn't even study enough about it. All those points of views, can we please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, rock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Yeah, so everywhere money was really made heavy, serious, real, and something so much greater than you that you grew up fearing it more than inviting it into your reality. Will you all please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, rock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So I just realized we didn't introduce ourselves. Once again, we made coronavirus bigger than us. Okay.
Once more you say coronavirus, I swear to God.
Okay, I'm Chandana Baba and I'm from Delhi. I'm a CF from Delhi.
Hello everyone, I'm Isha Baba and I'm a CF from all over the world.
Oh, me too. I'll cheat that. I'll cheat from you. Me too. All over the world. Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
Sorry.
I think we're having too much fun. Not allowed. Not allowed in this day and age to have fun.
So, what is the How to Become Money workbook? If I can talk a little about that. All of us have grown up. As you can see, I want to get to the freaking point.
Yeah, money. Okay, let's go for it.
But it's like all of us have grown up. I'm just really enthusiastic about that workbook, so I can't wait to share it with you about how powerful it is. All of us have grown up making problems about money really very real, significant, and solid. We grow up hearing our parents talk about money. We grow up hearing our friends talk about money. We grow up hearing different points of views, people walking on the road. It's really simple. You look at someone someone's way of functioning with their wallet, and you get a sense of how their financial reality is, or how their financial world functions. And you grow up looking at everyone, and we all get downloads of information about how different people work around money differently. And it's like so debatable about whose way is better, whose way is greater, whose way is worse. And we grow up with so much of confusion around money, because we look at these bunch of people who ideally have a great financial reality, a huge house. If you look at this reality's financial success, what is it? It's having a big house, it's having beautiful cars, it's having the ability to travel around the world. What else? What else does this reality define as success? If you're a woman, then having a husband who dotes on you and
And gives you
gives
lots
you
of
money,
gifts.
lots of gifts, lots of
The
money.
bigger the diamond, the bigger the diamond carat, the bigger, the richer you are, the more money you have.
And the
The
better
bigger the
husband you
car.
have, because he
Yeah.
gives you more money, which is a
Yeah.
very this reality point of view. Okay, makes me want to throw up already. But 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 it's like,
But
and if you're a man, then the woman, like the woman um who walks in with you, happens to be your
arm candy?
arm
And
candy. I was looking for that word, arm candy, like on like the scale of what she's defined on based on what she looks like, what jewelry she's wearing, what bags she's wearing, carrying, etc., etc., etc. This reality's financial um, way of functioning is extremely screwed up. And as we grow up, we actually don't fit into this reality, so it doesn't make any sense to us. It makes no sense that if a man provides you um with money or big whatever jewelry, etc., etc., you're successful. It makes no sense. Or for a man, if he walks in with a beautiful woman but who's really mean to him, um like the perfect popularity, whatever, that girl, it makes no sense, but it's been considered okay. That's the way this reality function. A man is supposed to go make his money, become really rich, so he can get the most beautiful woman to be his wife, to be his arm candy, to be his show off in the at social events, and who can go home, handle his children, um, etc., etc. And for a woman, you're supposed to groom yourself so beautifully so you can get the richest man. In all of that, where are you? Like, where do you stand in all of this? Like, where are you, and where is your financial reality? It's all about being able to get something from outside of you, which is very screwed up. So everywhere we decide and conclude what financial success means and what success is based on this reality. Can we now revoke, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate all of that?
yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot, fork, online, shorts, boys and beyond. And look at the energy that's coming up. I love it. All the guilt that is coming up to have functioned this way. Can we now revoke, reclaim, renounce, announce, destroy, and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, online, shorts, boys and beyonds, humanoids. Everything under the distracted implant of guilt. Can we destroy and uncreate that?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, online, shorts, boys and beyond. It's not right and it's not wrong. It's just what we've been seeing as a way of reality. And it's not wrong and it's not right. But it's like, if that works for you, that's awesome. But what is your financial reality? What is your reality with money is the question. And it's
That's
like,
actually, yeah. If I can just come in here for a second, that question is a question I love asking. What is my financial reality? Have you ever even asked that question? Have you ever even allowed yourself to be present with what is your financial reality? When we ask that question, most of us go into what does that even mean? Like, can you tell me the meaning of it so I can have the answer to it? What if it's not about what it means, and what if it's not about looking for the answer to it? What if it's about allowing the energy of that to come up in your life, for you to know what it is? And everything that doesn't allow you to be present with that, so you can know that, will you please destroy and uncreate that?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pot, call 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Yeah. So you were saying something, Isha, I cut you. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, go on.
Don't be. So it's like, so we have a lot of points of views around money, and we also have a lot of resistance to having those points of views around money. Having it, not having it, being it, not being it, aligning, not aligning. It's like we in this fight about what is money, what is not money, what is right, what is the right way of functioning with money, what is not the right way of functioning of money. In this whole fight with what is a correct way to be with money, we actually never go into recognizing or even asking what you would like to create with money in the world. And also, money is not something that is greater than you. Money is not something that is outside of you. Okay, money is you, and you are money. And that's the beauty of the How to Become Money workbook, because that's what it makes you that's what makes you recognize it. It's like the beauty of that book is you start recognizing that money is you, and you are money. Money is not outside of you. It's not greater than you. It's not something that defines you, and most definitely is not something that gives you power in the world, because you are power. You are the power that pulls money into your world to be able to create what you'd like to create with it. But we all have given money so much power and put it outside of us that all we do is seek and seek and seek outside of us. So you can never have it truly, because it's always going to be something that's separate from you. So everything we've done to make money separate from us, can we destroy and uncreate that?
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online, shorts, boys and beyonds. And if I have to talk about my journey with the How to Become Money workbook, it's like I've done the How to Become Money. I always start my year with the How to Become Money workbook, 1st of
This is the one
January.
we're talking about.
That's the one we're talking
If
about.
you've never seen it before, you get this on Amazon. You can get it from the Access shop. It's one of the most brilliant workbooks ever written.
Yes. And what was I saying?
Oh.
Yeah. So I started the year every year with the How to Become Money workbook. 1st of Jan, every year, mom has always put out a class about How to Become Money workbook, and I have always started my year with that. And I used to do it once a year, and that was that. But in 2018 or 2018 January, I started doing it every month, once a month, a minimum. I have completed the entire How to Become Money workbook. And two things I created my world with, where my finances are concerned. One is the How to Become Money workbook, and one are the energy flows. Both of them contribute so much to out creating your financial reality based on your definitions of what money is, or how much you can have or how much you can't have. And it's just phenomenal. I asked for a certain amount in 2018, and I actually out created that amount. So it's not just a utopian ideal that we're talking about where this book is concerned. It's not something that is a airy fairy golden drizzled pink candy shop that we're talking about. It's actually something that makes your asks a reality if you're willing to go with it. I create my financial world, and I continue to with this. And I know when my financial reality is messed up, I'm not doing the energy flows, or I'm not doing the How to Become Money workbook. It's really as simple as that for me. If something is like screwed up in my financial reality, these two things is what I directly go to. So that's my journey with the How to Become Money workbook. As simply as I can put it, it's my magic wand. Just reading it, answering the questions, completing it once a month minimum is what creates the maximum amount of ease with money. It's like while I do it, everything is exponentializing, but the second I stop doing it, um,
Yeah, that's really, it's fun because when you look at a money workbook and you read the questions, some of them are just so crazy. Some of them just don't make sense. They're like, what does money taste like to me? And what does money look like to me? And where does it flow to me from? And some other weird, stupid, random questions like most of Access is made of some really weird stuff. This workbook too is made of some really weird stuff. And the magic is that when you ask yourself these questions, because underlying those weird questions which you have never asked yourself or nobody has ever asked you lies your points of views. Under those questions is the hidden points of views and the hidden agendas and your hidden fears and all the distractor plans that do not allow you to have the money. So like when Isha said, when I do the questions and I write the answers, but this money workbook is actually about, it's a book of 13 questions. And when you read every question, and like we said earlier on, your points of views create your reality. So when you read the question and when you write down the answers, sometimes they're so random. Like I remember when I would write certain answers to the questions, I would say, where the hell is that coming from? I don't even know where that's coming from because I've never thought about it before. But see, that's what this money workbook does. It takes you out of thinking. You are not supposed to have ever thought about it. You're not even ever supposed to have consciously even looked at it. But it's something that's so huge in your subconscious mind that it really rules every way that you have ever created money, that you've ever received money, and if you've ever been willing to have the money. For the first time in my life, after doing this money workbook, did I actually get the energy of creating, of receiving, of having. Like for me, I have the money or I don't have the money. Before this workbook, this is like 5 years ago for me, I either had the money or I didn't have it. Finished. Story over there. Now when I look at it, I'm like, okay, I've created it. Am I willing to have it? Am I willing to receive more? These are areas of our life, areas of, especially with our financial reality, that we don't look at. We glump everything together. We put everything together and we put it into the mixie and we just swirl it up and we drink it up like a banana milkshake. We don't know the sugar from the banana, from the ice, from the milk, because it's all just a shake. And then that's how we start to create our life, from that space of complete confusion, instead of looking at, okay, what can I change here? What is that point of view of mine that doesn't allow me to change this? So it's like something beautiful that I would really, really like to read here that, Gary says is that it doesn't matter whether you've got $1 million or 50 cents. The issues of money are tough for everyone. So it's not about saying that if you don't just do a money workbook because in this reality you have defined yourself as poor or poverty stricken or not rich enough. If you really want to have ease with money,
yeah.
if you really want to receive the money, be the money, have the money, and if you really want to know that you are the money, these money workbooks are for you. Because truly with me, when I did this money workbook the first time, I know somebody wrote in the group that we have in that, what our money workbook, someone wrote, every time I read it, I go to sleep. I can never finish it. That's the money workbook. There's so much of unconsciousness around money that we'd rather shut our eyes and go to sleep than be willing to pardon pocket. Be willing to be present with the discomfort. Because what is the difference? Like Isha said, you are money and money is you, but yet there's a difference. What is that? It's just our points of views. And so many of you have already heard that before. We've always said that. The different, you are money, money is you. It's just your points of views that differentiate you from money. And money has no points of views, guys. Money doesn't care who gets it. It's we who have the points of views. But we always make money the problem. It's not money that's a problem. It's our points of views that need to change. Every time that you do the money workbook, and trust me, some people turn around and tell me, oh, I've done the money workbook. I said, really? Awesome. How many times? I did it once about 5 years ago. Great. You think it's time to do it again? Like, are you really happy with what you've created? Awesome. Wonderful. Would you like to have more? Or have you decided this is enough now? It's just a choice. It's a choice of being willing to receive. Receive more and more and more and more, where there is no glass ceiling, where there is no artificial ceiling. It's just a choice. And when I talk, I don't know when to stop. Okay.
That's great. No, that's wonderful.
Yeah, and we'd love you all to come in with your questions around money, around the money workbook. And yeah, before we go on to the questions, this is the second money workbook that we are doing, which is the
That's the
advanced
advanced
How to
money workbook.
And the prerequisite of this is 5
For
times.
this one, darling, there is no prereq for the original. Anybody can join us, and we have it starting soon. I am not sure of the dates. I think first of April.
And for the advanced, we have to do the 5
For the
times.
advanced, yes. For the advanced, we have a prereq. 5 times How to Become Money workbook.
And foundation, right?
Yes.
So how many times are we doing the how to become money work?
How many times would you like to do it, darling?
Every day.
I had a 6-month How to Become Money workbook class.
Awesome, Rahul, Dr. Rahul Patel. Good job.
You know what? I'm just waiting for your class to start. I'm just looking forward to this nicely.
Oh my God, that's awesome!
This book, I have no words to say.
This book I can talk about to Chandan.
Yes, yes, Reena. It's really, yes. So last year, I did this book I've
3 to 4
read
times.
this book about 9 times, actually.
Wow.
I've done 9 classes of these since year before last. And the whole of 2018 and 2019, every month I had a class on. I did not stop this book. We had 3 months classes, we had 6 months classes, and all of us who were, and I know Reena was in them Reena was almost in 4 of them. And
Vandana, what about having it every month?
yeah, so
Advanced money workbook.
this book,
Good luck.
yeah.
The advance can be done only after 5 times. So many people must have not done the 5 times.
Yeah, the beauty is you can do it 5 times.
Advanced money
Exactly what I'm
workbook.
asking you to do.
Awesome, we will. Why not? I mean, you ask and receive.
Of course.
So with this book, I know, Reena, why don't you go for it? Honey? You were saying you can.
Okay, so advanced money workbook is like a slap on your faces.
Like a kick-ass. It's like a
It's
kick-ass.
like every question is a slap. It's amazing. It will take you another level.
I know.
So true.
Obviously, I think Isha, I need to do a money workbook again.
I remember the first time when I did Advanced How to Become Money workbook, we had done a 6-month telecall. No, we done a 3-month telecall. And it took us 6 months to finish it. Because the participants and me, we would all go through so many changes. Every time we would read it, people would call and say, I can't do this. And I think, Reena, you were one of them who was on the call. And it took us 6 months to actually get through those massive walls of our points of views, which we didn't even know existed. We were like, but I've pod and pocked so much. Yeah, but this is truly pod and pocking to a different level. And like Reena says, it's really a slap on your face. Every time you read it, you get slapped around. And then you're like, oh, I'm so hurt and I'm bruised and I'm paining and I'm aching. I don't want to read it again. Yeah, the fun lies in changing that. The fun lies now, we finish it in 3 months and we're like, whoa, ready for the next one now. And every time that we do the Advanced How to Become Money workbook, when we include the How to Become Money workbook with it, which I think Isha and I did once, while we were reading this, book, she was reading this book, and there were many people who were on the original How to Become Money workbook and the Advanced Money workbook. So one day in a week we would read both the books, right? So 2 days we were talking about money, and the changes and the transformations and the I really can't even put any words to it, guys, because what is done for everybody who's done these workbooks has been so phenomenal that truly, what's the value of not gifting yourself this? What's the value of not choosing to have the ease and the joy that money could bring? To have the ease and the joy that you are if you allow yourself to be the money.
And if I can add, there's so much ease with the creation of money as well as spending money that comes in when you do the money workbooks. It starts with the How to Become Money workbook, and Advanced takes it to a completely different level altogether. But there's so much of ease with knowing that it's always going to be there. It's going to be okay. Everything will be okay where money is concerned, because you are the source of the creation of it, and money is not the source for the creation of you. We make it the other way around. We think money creates us, but we are the ones who are the source of the creation of money. So it's a completely different reality. In the classes that I have taken of How to Become Money workbook, people have paid their debts. They have become debt free. One lady became debt free. The other lady was asking for money. There was someone who owed her like a huge lump sum of money during the class. She received that money, which she was not receiving, but the entire money was given to her. Different people have created different things with the How to Become Money workbook, if I may talk about just that, because I don't facilitate the Advanced Money workbook. But the How to Become Money workbook in itself is so magical. If you're willing to go with it, what all you can create with it, and it opens the doorway. And Advanced How to Become Money workbook, of course, takes you to the recognition of
You, if I can say that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's literally about you knowing and being all of you.
Yeah.
The Advanced How to Become Money workbook. So it's like the beauty of the original How to Become Money workbook and the Advanced How to Become Money workbook. The way they work hand in hand is a lot like the bars and the foundation. But if you go to the foundation, you really don't get exactly what you would have got if you did both together. And which is why bars is a prereq. It gets your body, it gets your being prepared for the 4 days of rigorous washing up, dhulai, the dry cleaning. And that's the same thing that the How to Become Money workbook and the Advanced How to Become Money workbook.
And right, that's so interesting you said that. I would love to just quickly add something also. So when Access started, how many years back now? 30 years back?
Yeah, probably
30 some years back. When Access started back then, all that they had for a few years, I don't want to quote any number of time because I don't have the exact clarity of that. But for the initial few time, all that Access functioned with was the clearing statement, right, wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, online, shorts, poison, beyond, which was actually half a page long.
Yeah.
Which now is just one line. But it was half a page long, and they functioned with the How to Become Money workbook. These are the tools that they had to create.
The money workbook came before even the clearing statement came.
Yes. And the foundation class was created through the How to Become Money workbook.
Yes. And for all of you who know that, Gary, I like the way we're playing the walls, aren't we? Okay.
Yes.
And it's just like when, so when Gary started out, we all know that he was channeled. I mean, he channeled Raz, right? And he got a lot of information around the bars, and he got a lot of information around different things.
How to Become Money workbook as well.
Yes. And this book actually came from that. So the original How to Become Money workbook is something that is not really in this reality. It's not from this reality. It's a totally different reality. And when you actually sit down and do that, when you, if I can say this, you actually receive an energy from the book by reading it. And this, guys, is not that you have to read it with one of us, nor is it about going and getting the book and you have to go on to a class after this. You can go and buy the book and read it for yourself.
Yeah.
And it's just for us. We just wanted to bring these books out there for you because truly it's changed our lives. And the amount of gratitude we have to these two books, these two works, is phenomenal.
Immense.
Yeah, it's not just the money, like we said. It brings you into a space of truly.
It's the creation of your life.
Yeah.
It's the creation of your life that you do by choosing to do the workbooks, according to me.
Yeah.
It's what creates your life, along with every other tool that you do. Like I said, personally, for me, I create my life with the energy flows and the How to Become Money workbook. So they literally, for me, they're my backbone of not only my business, but also my life. It's, for me, it's like sending the How to Become Money workbook and the energy flows, for me, they send trickles into the future and creating a greater future than what would have existed if I did not choose to do it in the present moment. Yeah. So just, if you don't want to join the class, that's totally cool. Just get the book and practice the book and do the workbook. Whether you're with a facilitator, being facilitated with the book, or whether you're reading it yourself, the effects are magnificent.
Yeah.
So just get the freaking book. Get the How to Become Money workbook. Yes. Do it 5 times and go get the advanced How to Become Money workbook.
And if you've done the foundation, please do it.
Yes.
I wouldn't suggest, if you have not done the foundation, I really wouldn't suggest this book for you. It's nothing else. It's not that it's a taboo. It's totally your choice. Go for it. It may be a little too intense.
I love how you're telling the humanoids. I wouldn't suggest this book.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest.
Not done the foundation. I'm
so
like,
if nothing else, you probably choose the
right
foundation.
Don't be too rich.
Don't be too rich. And that again, that's another beautiful aspect. That's a beautiful aspect, that we start looking at our reality and at our life as being rich and being wealthy. I mean, for me, till I started with Access, until I actually read these books, I didn't even know there was a difference. But what these books really brings you into is into a space of being the wealth.
Yes. So beautifully said.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are there prerequisites for the book?
For which book, darling? Who asked?
Advanced Money workbook?
Yes. 5 times How to Become Money workbook and the foundation, darling.
You have to do it with a facilitator. You can read it on your own.
You can read it on your own. You can get
But
yourself.
that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say something here.
Yes, please.
I would really like if everybody chooses to do with these two ladies.
Oh, so sweet.
Oh,
They have fantastic clearings. I mean, they clear you left, right, and center.
I've been waiting to do this with you, Chandana. I've been so waiting to do money with you.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I'm so grateful to all of you. Yeah, just choose it, guys. I mean, like Isha said, we would love to have you on our classes. Of course, we would love to.
Yeah, totally. It would be such an honor.
Like all of us doing it, whether we do it together, whether we do it, with somebody else, or whether we just do it on our own, is us creating a greater reality for everybody on the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a question in the chat.
Yeah.
Do you do something like a job to get the money, or do you just get it? So money can show up differently for different occasions. But when you're asking for money, it can come through a job, it can come through a gift, it can come through just your mom being like, hey, this is a gift for you, or your husband being like, this is for you, or your child being like, this is for you, or you creating it for yourself. It doesn't matter where it comes from. The fact is that it shows up. So It just shows up, however it shows up, but it always does. And there's something else. Hey guys, anyone interested? Please connect or text contact details. Okay, go Nino.
Ninu. Thank you, Ninu. Yes, Ninu is one of our beautiful hosts on. And please connect. Please hop on. Please just join us, guys.
Hi, Chandana. This is Sumana. I
Yes,
just want
Sumana.
to share something.
Yes.
I had put that question in the chat, and then after asking the question, I was judging myself already for asking that question. And then after some time, I just, towards like after 10 minutes, I said, why do I have to judge myself for asking the question? And that's when Isha answered the question.
Ah!
So,
Yeah.
there's so many blocks about, the simplest things. I feel like there's constant judgment going on. Yeah, thank you so much for the answer. And
You're welcome.
Thank you for the question.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
Yes, we are in Delhi, honey. Absolutely, very much in Delhi. Like Isha said, we travel the world too. Thank you, Raj.
Mom is from Delhi, but I am from the world.
And I am copying her, so I'm chasing her. I'm from the world too.
Yeah.
So, any questions, guys, around money or anything at all? Actually, we'd like to give you the dates that we are having our classes, just in case you'd like to know. I don't remember. So the 1st of April to the 10th of April is our
How to become money workbook.
Money workbook, and
Yay!
18th of April. Yay!
I
Money coming.
that book.
It's
Actually,
an
if I can
online
say
course?
something, yes, darling, it's an online 10.
Yeah,
And it's going to be
Okay.
10 telecalls. Actually, initially we used to finish the book in 1 day or 2 days. We used to have 4 hours
Yeah.
to finish it. But Gary has said not to do that. He has said if you truly want to facilitate the class to receive the maximum that you can, do it over 10 calls minimum. So we are hardcore. We are hardcore students of Gary and Dane.
Yeah.
We will do it the way they tell us to do it.
Because we'd like to create the greatest effect for everyone involved.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah. So yes, 10 telecalls, and Isha, 1.5 hours once a week.
yes, about 1.5 to 2 hours, depending on the energy of each day.
And it's for 6,000 only. Yeah.
What?
Oh, this is really funny. What comes to my mind was once we put out a money workbook class, and it was for about, I think at that time it was like to charge 12, and we had quite a few people in class, and there was one sweet man who texted me, and I don't remember from where, and he asked me, I would love to do this class. I said, sure, join us. We've just started and we've just done 2 calls, and you can join us. We have many calls to go. He said, how much is your class for? So I said, 12,000. He said, oh, you mean this is one of those classes where the rich become richer? I'm like, wow.
Yes. Because they chose it. That's why. Yes.
So it's really our
The answer is why yes. Why yes.
Well, are you rich to become richer now? Yeah. And our advanced.
The question is, do you consider yourself to be rich? Yeah. That should be the question.
I didn't ask him that. Maybe I can rewind.
Never mind. I will call him tomorrow.
Yeah, just move forward, right?
Give me his number now.
Just now.
Today.
Only if I had it. Okay. So the advanced how to become money workbook is 18th of April, July, which is 4 months. I was just counting my hands, my fingers. 18th April, 18th, 3 or 4 months, whatever that is. Okay. And so yes, the five original how to become money workbooks, whether you read it with us, and when we read it, we facilitate you through your questions also. So there is going to be reading, there's going to be facilitation, there's going to be energy pulls, there's going to be a whole lot of exciting stuff.
Wow.
Yes.
That sounds amazing.
Yes. Wow. And Sumana says, do these classes count on Access website too?
Yes. Yes.
As a qualifying class, I don't know what you mean,
Yes.
darling, but yes. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
Yes.
it is an Access.
You will be registered on the site.
Yeah, that's okay. Yes. You will be registered. All these kind of questions, I don't know what to say. Isha comes to the rescue. Yeah. Okay. So, any questions around money, guys? Please feel free to go ahead.
How
And
much is the advanced money workbook costing?
do you remember, Neenu?
It was 850 USD, but मुझे
Yes.
INR में पता करना.
Yes, so it's thank you for that. It is 850 USD with 65%, the same as all the Access classes are. And what we are also offering.
I didn't get that. 65 is what?
Hang on.
850 is 100% pricing, which is global, which is 100% pricing. But because India gets 65% of 100%, it's going to be 65% of $850.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
And then we have some 30% on the people who enroll, who do the how to become money workbook, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me check. 850 into
65 divided by.
I thought it was the 30% was on the 850. Wow.
552 USD into 74 is 40,000 into 30 divided by 100. Oops, I'm not good with maths. Who can do this for me? Who's coming to do this for me, please? Okay, I can do it. 850 into 65 divided by 100.
552.
To
It's 40,000.
Yeah, 40,000. And if you get both the books, if you do both the books, guess what? You get a 30% off.
And how much is the How to Become Money workbook?
6,000 rupees.
Cool.
Yeah.
So How
And
to
that
Become
is-
Money workbook is 6,000 rupees, and Advanced How to Become Money workbook is 40,000 rupees. And if you do both of them together, you get 30% off. Wow.
On the advanced.
Yes.
On both together, right? On the total.
Yeah, on total basically.
The total.
Yeah. No, darling, no. On the
Oh,
advance.
sorry, on the
Sorry.
advanced.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Okay then. I guess we are a good wrap up ready.
Yeah. So, well, we look forward to you guys getting your money workbooks and getting started. Humanoidness, total.
I warmly invite you all to the How to Become Money workbook, which I will be facilitating. And are we doing it together or am I doing it alone, Mom?
I think we're doing it together.
Okay.
That's what the graphic says.
Okay. That Mom and I are facilitating
Shruti is
together.
in split. She's like, oh my God, these humanoids, they don't even know what they're doing till it's actually right on the day.
No,
And,
we are double them up.
it's a freaking brilliant book, which I am thrilled to facilitate yet again. And Advanced How to Become It with Mom, which is going to be off the charts yet again. So, and what are the timings?
Oh, 1 minute. Shruti, you're asking too many details. I will tell you the details. Hold on. It's in the evening. I think 6:30 to 6 to 7:30 or 6:30 to 8. I will send you the details. It's
Can we do it late? Because
so Advanced How to Become Money
How
workbook
late?
is Saturdays,
8 o'clock.
8 to 9:30 Saturday night.
Okay, okay. Only on Saturdays we are going to do. I thought
Yes.
it will be in the flow.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're not really going out much. We're not really partying much. So actually, what better way of spending your Saturday nights?
Actually,
Get your
I
glasses
have to clinic and I have to pay over here in the evening. And Saturday I get the maximum clients coming from some women who are traveling.
Oh, right.
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 That reason I asked you. Okay, it's not a big deal. One day I can spare anyhow.
Yes. Awesome. Wonderful. Anything to create greater money, honey?
Yeah.
Anything to create a greater life.
Ah, that one. You mean when we create great? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, cool. I like that one. Thanks, Isha.
Thank you, I'll leave. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
1 second.
Yeah.
Is the How to Become Money workbook
We
8
have
o'clock or advanced How to Become Money workbook 8 o'clock?
Advanced. Not
Right. 1 second. Because How to Become Money workbook is a different time.
Advanced How to Become Money workbook is in the evenings on Saturday night, 6:30 to 8, and How to Become Money workbook is 6:30 to 8 again.
Ujala was asking. So there you go, Ujala. We are 6:30 to 8. We are not 8 o'clock. Cool. Awesome.
All
She
right.
says awesome. Wonderful. Great then.
Bye, Reena. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for being on. Love you.
Hello,
Love you
ma'am.
guys.
Yes.
Ma'am, are you sharing this recording today's recording
Sure, we could do that. Absolutely, we will share it for sure.
on Facebook? You are sharing.
Anju, are you in? Yeah, we can share it on Facebook and on the WhatsApp groups. It will
We'll
be.
put it in the how. Are you in the How to Become Money WhatsApp group of ours?
Yes, I think she is.
No,
Anu Jain, right?
no.
She is.
No,
No.
No.
I'm on the group. Yeah.
Okay, so what if we
Yeah.
put the link here if any of you want to join?
Today's recording. I am asking me about.
Yes,
Yeah.
today's
We'll
recording.
put today's recording in that group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much for
Thank
hopping
you.
on. Yes. And
Thank you,
guys.
Chanda. Thank you so much,
welcome,
Isha.
honey.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome, sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Yep.
Rohini.
See ya.
Thank you for being on.
Bye.
Beautiful. I
Bye,
love it when you're on.
guys.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Bye-bye.